What's up, guys? I'm out here this morning with the JJRC H36, sent to me courtesy of GearBest.com. A little ducted quadcopter. It's a pretty good flyer. Let's go get it in the air. What's up, everyone? Out here this morning with the JJRC H36, a little ducted, nano-esque quadcopter, somewhat of a Inductrix clone. Well, let's be honest, it is an Inductrix clone, but much cheaper than the Inductrix, and you have your standard nano controller with it, so there is a little bit of a difference with the Inductrix. But this one's definitely a very good flyer and an awesome one to start out with, because you're going to be hard pressed to blow out your motors and blow out your props with these prop guards here that are built right into the quadcopter, and they also make the props more efficient. The ducted fans give it a little more lift. So we're out here this morning, a brisk morning in central New York. We got some frost on the ground. Let's get this guy in the air and give you guys a demonstration of this one in flight. So you plug the battery in, there is no on-off switch. To bind it, you give it the up-down, and then we're bound. And let's go right up in rate 1. And a little bit difficult to fly this one outside in rate 1 if you got any sort of wind, but we're pretty calm this morning. So here we are in rate 1. I believe there's only 2 rates on this one. And right now I'm actually giving it full forward pitch, and it's not really going. A little bit of a breeze coming at me, not much, but this one does not fight wind very well at all. So here's a demonstration of your yaw rate on the first rate. Pretty decent. And let's go right to our second rate here. And there you see we get a little more power. Definitely a little more power in the second rate. And your yaw rate maybe increases slightly. And we got this breeze coming at us here, so that's why it's coming back at me. Probably might be able to use a little bit of trim also, but I'm not going to bother with it because I got this wind. And this one can funnel pretty good. See that? Getting blown with the wind, but it flies pretty good. You know, definitely a better indoor flyer, and that's kind of what it's built for. But I really enjoy flying outdoors, and obviously you can fly this one outdoors. But it is built to be bashed. It's got these protected motors, and you're going to be hard pressed to break your props and burn out your motors. So definitely a very good quadcopter for beginners to start out with, and I think more advanced flyers will have fun with it too. And you can always give it the tiny whoop action and put a little micro FPV system on here and link it up with some goggles and fly it around like that. And one of the reasons this one's so good is you can pretty much smack it into anything and it's going to stay in the air. I mean, you can definitely crash this one. I'm not going to say it's uncrashable, but definitely hard to knock it out of the air. You can even hit it with your hand there like I just did, and it's good to go. And I would never do this with a normal quad, but let's fly it right into the hat cam. Uh-oh, there we go, we're back in the air. Flew it right in the hat cam, and we're still in the air. So how about that? Definitely wouldn't recommend you try that with too many quads, but with the H36 here, you can do it. You can fly this into all kinds of precarious scenarios, and you're gonna be okay. So let's give you a little flip demonstration here. Are we already out of juice here? Yeah, we're flashing LVC already. So a little bit of a short flight time on this one. You will be able to fly it around a bit with this LVC warning, but that's one of the downsides of this one, is the flight time, and maybe just not quite powerful enough to fly it around outside consistently. So definitely be aware of that. If you're gonna fly this one outside, if you have any sort of wind, you're gonna have some problems. I'll roll some footage of this one flipping in the B-roll. Probably you guys have already seen that. I'll put it in the montage in the beginning, show you guys. So once you hit LVC warning, you're gonna lose the ability to flip on this one. That's pretty standard for most quadcopters, but it still flies pretty good even though it's gotten this low voltage cutoff, and you get a nice long LVC with this one. So I definitely like this one, the H36, and I think that's gonna be our flight time there. See if we can get maybe a little bit more out of it. Nope, we're done. So a lot of pluses with this one. If you get some spare batteries, this one's a really good flyer, because you're gonna be able to learn how to fly with this one for you beginners out there. It's definitely a very good one to start with, especially if you're not interested in a camera or anything like that. Even if you are interested in the camera, I would recommend picking up something like this. It's only 17 bucks or in that price range on GearBest. So you're not gonna break your bank buying this one, and it's gonna be very durable. As you noticed, I crashed it right into the wall, crashed it right into the hat cam. I swatted at it, still flying, didn't crash. You know, maybe hit the ground once or twice, but that was towards the end of its battery cycle. So the one downside of this is the shorter flight time, but I think if you just pick up a few of these spare batteries, you're gonna be good to go. And this is a great one to learn to fly with. And if you're interested in getting an FPV, you can always tiny whoop this. You buy this for just under 20 bucks. You get a micro FPV system, you put it on here, and it's gonna be a great way to get into FPV flying. So there you have it, JJRC H36, sent to me courtesy of GearBest.com. Really like this one. Winter is coming, so this is definitely an excellent indoor flyer, and you can even fly it outdoors as I've demonstrated here. So under 20 bucks for this one, definitely a good buy. I suggest you hit the link in the description if you're interested in this one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give me a thumbs up. If I missed anything with the H36 here, or if you have any questions at all, hit me up in the comments below. I thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, try not to crash and burn, and happy flying. Ooh.